This mod review is brought to you by the Farmer Klein YouTube channel. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Merry Christmas, everybody! And today we're going to take a look at some Christmas gifts from modders to you, players. First up, we've got a really cool, customizable pickup truck. So, go to the shop and we go to cars. You have the Delta Bravo Productions pickup truck version 2. And what makes this truck really cool is I'm going to include a link to not only to the mod, Delta Bravo Productions website, but also to his YouTube channel where he's done a quick how-to video on how to customize this exact mod to include a logo or graphic of your choice. Of course, we've got the default here, default truck. What he's added is he's added a hitch here to the back. It's a little bit, it basically can go up and down. So it can work for those trailers that are just a bit high hitched and need a higher hitch. Got a pair of beacons up top and a set of top spotlights as well. So let's go ahead and we can basically change this to whatever color we want. Go to a nice blue. Change the design color. I'm going to leave that chrome. Change it to white. Let's go back to chrome. Okay. And so we've got the standard design. We've got the Delta Bravo Productions farm logo. No faking the bacon ranch. Go to something where we can see it. No faking the bacon ranch. There we go. Then we've got the escort truck where we've got escort on the back and the sides. Okay. Let's go to this color just to see that. And it's also got reflectors on the back and the sides for the escort vehicle. And then we have third option is your logo. Okay. And when you get this mod, it basically has a space holder here for where you would put your logo. And I've gone and put my logo in. Very simple, very easy to do. Go ahead and go with that color logo. Let's go to our escort vehicle and go with something bright and colorful. And then for the other truck, let's go for something that'll really make that stand out. And now we can take a look at all three trucks. So we got the Delta Bravo Productions. Delta's no faking the bacon ranch. Turn on our beacons. Turn on our front lights. Back lights. Turn on our top lights. Can lick down the gate like we can normally. Got our escort vehicle. Same lighting options. If you're on a multiplayer server, you could role play with this. Got, people driving the escort truck front and back of maybe a semi that's hauling the big flat or low loader with maybe a harvester on it. And then you've got the your logo. There's the logo I put on it. Both sides. Very, very easy to do. I'm not going to tell you how to do it because, well, Delta Bravo Productions already did that over at his channel, so I'm just going to link you to that video. I have to say, I think this is a great addition to the, or enhancement to the in-game truck. Got a top brake lights. I don't know if that was part of the default truck or not. Let's take a look. I have to say, I haven't used a particular model. Looks like they were part of the default, but these back lights that he added were not, as well as the top lights. All right. Now, let's go on to the next one. In the next mashup, we've got a Christmas gift from MontHoster.com. Specifically, well, that's where it was posted. Specifically, it is a gift from the Forbidden Mods team. You can also get this over at the Forbidden Mods website. I'll link to both locations. It is a harvester. It is basically an edit of the Bison Super Z056. Here we have the FAR. And you'll notice it's significantly cheaper at $12,600 versus $84,000. Okay, let's take a look at this one. So we've got the FAR M1000 as the initial default choice. Got Trelleborg tires, Michelin tires, and Midas tires are our options there. I kind of like the Michelin options. Then we have standard, and then so we have a solid rim, or then we've got kind of the sectional rim. Okay. Then we've got the FAR M1000. We've got the FAR Dutz FAR M1202. We've got the Bison Z065. And we got the Bison Z065 with a different pattern to it. That's what we've got there. Let's go with the Dutz FAR. And we've got different engines combinations that range from 83 horsepower all the way up to 100 horsepower. Okay. Now, as far as colors go, we've got the FAR color, Dutz FAR green, Bison red, and a Bison blue. Okay, so since we picked Dutz FAR, let's pick green. We've got the FAR and Bison rim colors. I'm going to go with the FAR. Then we've got design color. We've got FAR, Bison, and Dutz FAR. I think that is the tarp here. Let's change that. Yep, changing the tarp and this back here. Both of the canvas areas. Okay. Let's go ahead and buy that up. And it wouldn't be proper if we didn't have a corresponding header. Here is the corresponding header, 3,500 at 4.2 meters versus the in-game 27,000, the same header. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. We've got the FAR M1000, FAR M1202 with the Dutz FAR sticker, and the Bison Z065. Go there to the FAR M1202, and we're going to leave that on FAR. Main color, we're going to go to FAR green, Dutz FAR green. I'm going to buy that. And here it is, guys. This is an excellent looking mod for somebody that wants, something that is significantly cheaper as a starting harvester. And this thing has another quick trick up its sleeves here. Let me show you that. We got our headlights, we got our front lights. We don't have any back working lights. We do have flashers, left and right blinkers. We have brake lights. And we have a beacon. Okay. Now let's hook up to this header here, and I want to show you guys something pretty cool. It's just like the in-game Bison. We have hoses that hook up. See those hoses right there that hooked up when we hooked up the harvester. But take a look at this other little trick that this head has. There we go. I was like, it was doing this when I was testing. You have to lower it. Does it? It's rocking back and forth. see it can basically conform to the ground a little bit, as well as just kind of teeter-totter back and forth. Now, in the raised position, it doesn't seem to do that. I think this is a really great mod, and look forward to using it myself in one of my own series going forward. Wheel this out. It's cool that little handle goes and clamps up. Now, for the next one, I want to show you. Find the next one over at moddingwelt.com, and you go to the tools and basically go to auger wagons, and we have an overloading station. So this has been converted from 17 to 19 with Farmer Andy's blessing. At least that's what the description says. And since it's over at Modding Welt, I have no doubt that that is the case. So what we can do here is we can change our color to whatever color we want. I'm going to go with dark color. Again, well, actually, let's go to something a little bit brighter. Go to beige, because there's some things that don't show up very well if it's dark. Go to our black rims. Okay. And then we have a logo. I'm going to zoom in here. Right under this Flegel, we're going to pick Modding Welt. Okay. We have a snake logo. Got a Farm Sim 19 logo. Monster Energy logo. We got a horse. It's kind of hard to see, but it is a horse logo there. Got something called Little Coward. I'm not sure what that is. It's basically, you can see it in there also. Logos also show up inside. And then we have a cornier logo that's basically looks like some wheat. And those are the options. Let's go to horse. Here you can see the horse inside. And I'm just going to leave the horse on those. So this holds 50,000 liters. Buy this. And let's look at it in the store. It holds wheat, barley, canola, wheat, barley, oats, canola, sunflowers, soybean, corn, potatoes, sugar beet, sugarcane, seeds. I believe this is chaff. This is forage. This might be total mixed rations. We got wood chips, silage, hay, straw, grass, manure, pig food, lime, and I guess that's solid fertilizer. Okay, so pretty much it holds pretty much anything that you would want. Now, let me do a little bit of setup here. We can get this thing ready to test. Fent. And let's go ahead and what's over here? You may ask, where might this be useful? Well, it could be useful anywhere where you want to maybe put something in, maybe use something instead of a conveyor belt. Okay. It's here. F1 menu, so we can turn it on. We can pipe out. Okay. Let's pipe out. Already unfolded it, and we can turn it on. That. Now I'm going to get another tractor. Massey Ferguson. I want to get a trailer. Let's get this one. 7,000. Perfectly. What we're going to do is we're going to fill this with something. I'm going to mod over here that I use for testing. We're going to use Basically, that is mobile, so it can be brought out to the field, if you will. And maybe you could use a harvester, like a beet harvester, to unload to that. And then you could come around here. Oh, let's use... chips. This thing doesn't hold wood chips. There we go. Alright, while that fills up, let's bring... Oh, shoot, you could use an auger wagon too, I suppose. Let's get a trailer. Let's get a semi-trailer here. And let's get a truck. So you could use this to basically transfer from anything to anything else. Really. Instead of maybe, using conveyor belts. Let's say you could use this at a maybe the BGA, where you would use a wheel loader and bring a wheel loader and put it into there, and not really have to worry about put that right there. And this should be fairly full now. This came out kind of late into Farm Sim 17. At least that's when I saw it. That's good enough. Came out kind of late into Farm 17, and I'm glad to see it come over to Farm Sim 19 fairly early in the game's life. What we're gonna do is we're gonna back in here. Get our unload. And see. So since this has a capacity, we can unload into this. And now you can see we are basically overloading into our semi. So since this has a 50,000 liter capacity, you could maybe set this at the side of the field, unload into here, and then somebody could be running the truck from the field to the sell point or to the farm or wherever, and then come back and basically fill up from here as a possible method of use. That is number 3 in this mashup. Got a couple more to show you here. Another one I want to show you can be found over at the LS Mod Company. A series of scripts from MontHoster. And basically we've got one script is the adjust time scale. Go over here. Real time, we can go to 5, 15, 30, 60, 120. I don't know, maybe I didn't put that in. So I did have the mod activated, but I did not have, for some reason, the key bindings set. So I've done that now. So basically, I had to go in here to my key bindings, and here at the bottom was fine time scale increase and decrease. And these were not set for some reason. You look at the mod description, it basically says that it should be Control 5 and Control 6. Control 5 to go down and Control 6 to go up. Well, I set Control 5 to go up and Control 6 to go down, but you can change it however you want. The way it works is we hit Control 5, Hit Control 5, and I can increment to 2 times speed, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay? 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. So once I get to 15 times speed, then it jumps in increments to 20, 25, 30, 40, 50, 60, 80, 100, 120, 40, 60, 80, 200, 220, 240, and that is max. Now I can increment down. Same basic pattern that it lets me increment down. Okay, back to 1. Now this one has a nice little trick. I can go slower than 1. I can go to 0. Now it doesn't actually freeze time, but what it does do is it basically makes the time go by extremely slowly. So where this might be handy is if you are maybe wanting to set something up and you don't want time to go by. Maybe you're starting a map and you want to set your farm up. You want to buy your farm. You want to put everything down, but you don't want a bunch of time to pass while you're trying to do that. Well, you could set the time to 0. Near stopping time, it basically slows it way down to where basically an in-game hour is 1,000 minutes. Okay, so it's going to take 1,000 minutes to be an hour in game, which is pretty much effectively stopped. And at that point, you could set your farm up. You can do all kinds of stuff to get ready for the gameplay. And then once you're ready, you could increment your time back up to 1 or whatever you wanted to set it at. Run it at 4 times speed or 2 times speed. Well, you could do that also. So that is over at LS Mod Company. And we've got a few other mods over there by the same mod author. Most of them are scripts. And I'm not going to be able to show you the Mass Filltype Adjust script. I really just don't know how to do that and show that effectively. But what that one does is it basically adjusts the fill weight of your fill types. You may have noticed that I was moving this tractor was moving the trailer with just 20,000 liters of grain rather slow. Okay? Well, that's because I've got the Filltype Adjustment mod in. And apparently in-game, let's go ahead and start filling this up with wheat again. In-game, all the fill types are basically half the weight that they normally are, or that they should be. Maybe that is just for general gameplay, or who knows really what the purpose is. But what this mod does is it basically makes 1,000 liters of wheat weigh what 1,000 meters of wheat would weigh in real life. Whatever 20,000 liters of wheat weigh, well, that's what 20,000 liters of wheat is going to weigh in real life. So, I don't really know how to demonstrate that other than to maybe load that trailer up and basically try to go up the hill and demonstrate how much of a struggle that particular tractor is having with that much crop with this particular mod added. Okay, and the last mod I want to show you in this Merry Christmas mashup is another mod from MontHoster, and it is over at LS Mod Company, and basically it deals with front loaders. And this mod was from Farm Sim 15, was brought into Farm Sim 17, and is now into Farm Sim 19. I'm going to use the Fent favorite for this, just because it seems to have really good front suspension travel. Let's go ahead and hook this up. And what I want to show you is I want to show you first the default action of the front suspension when it's not hooked up to a front loader arm. You can see that it has basic suspension left and right. Swing, not a whole lot of swing, but it does go left and right. Okay, now let's hook up to front loaders. Right, and what I'll do is I'll make sure the mod is deactivated and then come back and show you how it works. Standard, save the game, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I've validated that the mod is deactivated, so we're going to see normal behavior as far as Farm Sim 19 goes, and when we've got a front loader on a tractor. Basically, it is now as if we have a locked front. We have no suspension whatsoever, no travel. It is now locked. It does not rotate or angle left or right. Okay. Now, I'm on an exit game and activate the mod, and I'll show you what it does. So we've got the mod activated now, the swing axle despite front loader mod. Go ahead and lift this up. We've got our front loader attached, and you can see now we do have suspension. So our front loader is now back as if it was not attached. Back to the in-game movement as if it was not attached. So I don't know why, for some reason, when you attach a front loader, it basically locks the front axle from any left-right movement. But now, with this mod in place, it's a little quick script mod. You can get that same left-right suspension in the front axle if you've got a front loader attached or not. Alright, so we've got this thing full now. And just to refresh, we've got the Fent 7719, which is 210 horsepower. It was the standard Fent here from the store. Okay. And let's go ahead, 47,000 liters. We've got the mod in. Let's see. We're obviously pulling a pretty hefty weight here. Got the throttle all the way down. We're going to see what we can do when we get up here to the top. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take the mod out and repeat this whole test once again with the standard fill weights. We are 210 horsepower tractor, 47,000 liters of wheat, going up a decent grade, but it is pulling it, and it is pulling it hard. Three miles an hour is what we have bottomed down to. So if you put this in, I would strongly recommend beefing up, 1, the horsepower on all your tractors, 2, going with smaller trailers, 3, getting weights to counterbalance the weight of the fill type, especially if you have a 3-point attached fertilized spreader or seeder. You're going to all of a sudden have a whole lot more weight on the rear, which may cause your front end to go awful light. 3 miles an hour is basically where we topped out or bottomed out there, going up that incline. So what I'm going to do is we'll basically just turn around and reset this and come at it with the mod removed, so you can see basically what this tractor would have done pulling this load with the standard in-game fill type weights. So one final time, we are back here. Got the same 47,000 liters of wheat. I took the mod out now, and we can see what we can do with the same tractor coming up this hill. Definitely pulling it a lot better. Remember, we bottomed out at 3 miles an hour. Slowing down still again with this tractor, but not near as bad as we were before. Took off a lot better from the start, and it looks like we're bottoming out at 6. Quite interestingly, it is double what we bottomed out at going up this hill last time with the same tractor. Rather interesting. Would not have expected a direct correlation there with respect to the fact that all the in-game weights are in effect half of what they are in real life. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please go ahead and click the like button. Let me know in the comments what you think of any and all of the mods included in this Merry Christmas mashup. All of these mods were released on December 24th, Christmas Eve, if you will. If there are any other mods that you are aware of that were released as Christmas gifts to the gaming community, let me know, and I'll take a look at them and possibly do a follow-up of video 2 of Merry Christmas mods. Until next time, guys, happy farming.